Hello everyone. I am Carla Feliciano Erme and we are the Group 7. So, for today's discussion, we will be discussing the demography and population growth. So, before we proceed to our discussion, let us define the learning objectives. Define demography and population growth. Who is the founder of demography? Role of demographers? What are the sources of demographic data? The elements of demography, primary task of demography, population, and its keyword, the three components of population, essay on the principal population, consequences of rapid population growth. So, demography is the scientific study of a human population which includes the study of changes in population. So it is the statistical study of a human population. It mainly focuses on data that illustrates the changing structure, focuses on a human population. It covers the temporal and spatial changes in population in response to birth, death, aging. So, tumutukoy siya sa population isang area or parang pumapasok dito yung pwedeng pumasok dito yung pag-gather or pag-analyze ng information about the human population. Okay, from the word itself, demography, tumutukoy siya sa population sa isang area. So, population growth, the increase of population that affects an intensity measure or the increase in the number of human on Earth. Okay? From the word itself, growth, it means dumadami yung population sa isang area or country or community. Or should I say overpopulation? We all know that the India or China, ayan, sila yung nangunguna sa overpopulation or population growth because meron tayong mga reasons. Number one, yung teenage pregnancy or pregnancy. We all know that India is nangunguna siya ngayon sa 2023 dahil sa lack of education about the teenage pregnancy. Kasi, according to sa balita na napanood ko, ayun nga, kulang sila sa pag-guide sa kanila, lalo na sa mga kabataan doon. So, kaya nagkakos siya ng overpopulation. Okay. Founder of demography. John Grant is the founder of demography, generally considered to be the founder of the science of demography, the statistical study of human population. Okay. John Grant po is the founder of demography. Yeah. Demographers investigate the three primary demographic processes of birth, migration, and aging, including death, to better understand population dynamics. Okay? Demographers, sila po yung mga nagagather or their job po is to study the data to determine the causes and consequences of changes in the characteristic of human population, or sila yung nagko-collect ng data or nag-analyze ng data sa isang area o sa isang country or sabihin mo na sa isang community. So, yung work po nila is yun, nag-gather sila ng data or nag-collect sila ng data po. Yan, including po dun yung death, migration. So, bali sa isang area po is parang nag-gather po sila na kukunin po nila yung kung gaano kadami yung tao, yung pinanganak or namatay po sa isang area. Yun po. Okay, sources of demographic data. Census. A census is an official survey of the population of a country that is carried out to find out how many people live there and to be obtained details of such things as people's ages and jobs. Okay. Is an official survey po. Ayan, bali, yung mga demographers, yun po, yung parang yung word din po nila to, yung mga demographers, bali, yun po. Example po, here in the Philippines, may mga nag-house to house po. And ayun, ini-interview po nila bawat family, kung gaano po sila kadami, or ilan po yung nakatira, kung ano po yung gender po nila, male or female. Ayun po, so, ayun po, basta more on question sila. Kaya, kumbaga parang nakukuha po nila doon yung information ng isang family sa isang area. Okay. Vital statistic system are quantitative information about a population's vital event such as the number of births, natality, deaths, mortality, marriage, nuptiality, and divorces. Ayan. Is accumulated data gathered on live births, death, migration, marriage, and divorces. The most common way to collect through civil registration. So it means yung parang because of the vital statistics system, pwede po pumasok doon yung civil registration. Civil registration, it means pagre-record po. Parang same lang po sa census. Kumbaga, kinukuha po na information about the area. Okay, number 3, sample survey. Sample surveys are conducted by private and public institutions to obtain data and information. Ayun po, so all of us are familiar na po sa sample survey because we are grade 12 or college, meron po tayong research. So, yung ginagawa po natin is nagko-collect po tayo ng information about the students or the respondents. So, ayun po, the purpose of this is to get information and the data in a one area population, or is a method for collecting data from or about the members of a population so that the inferences about the entire population can be obtained. So, because the sample survey, makukuha po natin yung mga informations po nila because of this. So, para mapapadali po yung pagkuha po ng informations sa isang area. Okay. Elements of demography, birth rate. The yearly count of live births of 1,000 population gives data on society reproductive pattern. Okay. One of the way that particular individual is added to population is through birth. Okay, we all know that because of the birth rate or birth o panganganak is dumadami po yung isang tao, ay yung tao po sa isang population. Birth rate is the number of individuals born in given amount of time. Human birth rate is stated as the mean number of individuals born per year. So, bali na may measure pa rin po sa kada year yung mga pinapanganak po sa isang country or sa isang area. So, sa isang year, mini-measure po yung mga tao and yung mga napapanganak from the world itself, na-identify nila yung mga napapanganak sa isang area community. So, madali na lang po siya i-identify. Total fertility rate. The average count of children conceived can project a society future problem. So, total fertility rate, ito po yung mga babae na pinapanganak po nila yung mga baby po nila, mga anak nila, kung hanggang saan po ba yung magiging anak nila. For example, here na Philippines, sa isang family, sa babae po doon is kaya niya pong manganak ng ilang beses. So, gano'n lang po siya kadali. Death rate. The yearly count of deaths per 1,000 population gives data on a society or mortality pattern. Okay. So, ina-identify yung mga namamatay sa isang community. For example, mataas yung fertility rate and mababa yung mortality rate sa isang community, magkakaroon ng conflict or magkakause po siya ng overpopulation. So, ayan. So, syempre, kanina is birth rate na may measure po yung mga pinapapanganak. So, here, naman sa death rate, same lang po. Parang mini-measure rin po nila kung gaano karami po yung namamatay kada year. Life expectancy. The average number of years a person expected to live. So, life expectancy, okay, from the word itself is sa isang tao, expected kung gaano siya katagal mabubuhay. So, we all know that here in the Philippines po, yung lifespan lang po ng isang tao is umaabot ng 60 or 70. So, doon naman po sa Japan, na according to my research, is umaabot po sila ng 84. Ayan po, sa US naman is 80 plus or 70 plus. Primary task of demography to ascertain the number of people in a given area. To estimate on this basis the future trends to know the resources available for their support, to determine what changes, growth, or decline this number represent, and explain the causes of changes. Okay. To ascertain the number of people in a given area. So, syempre, so because of the demography, malalaman natin kung gaano karami or number ng mga tao sa isang area or population nila. So, for example, sa India, ayun, nalaman po ng mga demographers is sila po yung mga pinakamadaming tao or overpopulation because sila po yung top 1 or rank 1 sa overpopulation po around the world. So, to know the resources available for the resources. So, yan, because of demography, malalaman po natin kung ano po yung pangangailangan ng isang area, isang community. For example, sa isang barangay is nangangailangan sila ng health center. Ayun, because of that, malalaman natin ng pangangailangan nila. Yan. To determine what changes, growth or decline this number represent and explain the causes of changes. Yan, because of the demography, malalaman kung ano ba yung pagbabago sa isang area. Yan. Ganun lang po siya kadali. Kung ano po yung mga changes na nangyari sa isang area. Kung dumami ba sila or kumonte, ganun. Kung madami na bang napanganak or madami na po bang namatay sa isang area. The population is the area of sociology that includes the size, growth, demographic characteristic, composition, migration changes. Ayan. Population. So, we have keywords to population. Number 1, group people not situated within the geographical limits and those who are not living or dead. So, ayan. Siguro, hindi magkakaroon ng population kung walang mga tao or group of people in one area. Buhay man yan or patay, minimeasure pa rin po yan. Kasi nga, doon po namin bilang kung gaano po karaming isang population sa isang area. So, places within the geographical limits. Ayan. Yun nga, sa isang area, doon po yung mga tao. So, matatawag po natin siyang population kasi doon sila naninirahan. So, for example, here na Philippines, madami yung mga tao, mga bahay-bahay, places. So, ma-identify natin agad yung mga tao kung gaano sila kadami kasi nga nakaipon lang sila doon. So hindi na mahirapan yung mga demographers natin. So last, time. The specified time the population count is conducted. So yun, time syempre measure pa rin yun time. So oras-oras, alam naman natin is may napapanganak. So within oras-oras is dumalagdag yung population sa isang area. So, kaya nga population count is conducted. So, oras-oras po is na-identify or mini-measure pa rin po yung kung gaano po karami yung dumalagdag sa isang population or sa isang area. Kanina nga is nabanggit ko naman is here in the Philippines in 2021 is yung population po is 113.9 million. So, ngayon, 2023, we have 117.3 million, something like that.
Dito tayo sa mortality. Mortality rate or death rate is a measure of the number of deaths. So, meaning to say, mortality rate, it is the measure or ito yung ginagamit natin para i-identify yung bilang ng mga namamatay sa ating community. So, just for example, pag mataas yung fertility rate ng isang community at mababa yung kwan ng mortality rate, is doon tayo magkakaroon ng conflict and magkakaroon tayo ng overpopulation. Kaya, in addition for that, kapag yung mortality rate naman is mas mataas kaysa sa may fertility rate, is doon naman tayo magkakaroon ng imbalance na kung saan parang mas mataas yung mga namatay kaysa sa nabubuhay, di ba? Parang hindi balance. If naman yung fertility rate is mataas and mataas din yung mortality rate, ang tinatawag doon is tinatawag natin na zero population. So, dito na tayo sa pangatlo, yung life expectancy. So, life expectancy is the average number of years a person can expect to live at time of birth. So, mean to say, yung life expectancy is yung expected natin sa buhay ng isang tao, kung gaano siya kung gaano katagal mabubuhay yung isang tao. Just for example, dito sa Pilipinas, yung pinaka kadalasan na in-expect natin sa edad na inaabot ng mga tao dito sa Pilipinas is, and then sa mga ano naman, sa mga lamok, kanyan, insect, pwedeng masabi ko sa kanila, life expectancy ko sa kanila is 10 days, kanyan. Sa mga hayop, pwedeng 7 years or 8 years, kanyan. Kasi, alam naman na expected natin kung gaano kahaba sila tatagal yung buhay nila dito sa mundo. So, ayun yung life expectancy. So, dito tayo sa essay on the principle of population. So, si kay Robert Malthus argued that population is inevitably expand until they food outgrow their available food supply. So, ayun kay Malthus, yung population daw is hindi natin maiiwasan na lumawak ito hanggang sa lumaki yung mga supply na pagkain na ginagproduksyon ng kapita. Sa madaling salita, ang mga tao ay may hilig na gumamit, ganyan, ng kasaganaan para sa paglaki ng populasyon, sa halip na sa pagpapanatili ng mataas na antas ng pamumuhay. So, yung pananaw na yun is naging kilala bilang Malthusian trap or Malthusian spectre. So, itong Malthusian trap is yung population is may possibility na lumaki. But dahil sa yung kay Thomas Robert Malthus, si Karl Marx naman is he saw no significant relation between population and food. Marx strongly criticized Malthus' view on population. So, ito si Karl Marx is kinontra niya itong theory ni Malthus na kung saan na walang makabulang kaugnayan yung pagitan sa pagkain tapos sa populasyon. Ayon kay Karl Marx. Because yung Malthus growth. So, he argued that food supplies would keep pace with population growth if wealth was distributed fairly. So, kung si Karl Marx, sinabi niya na yung kahirapan tas yung kagutuman is isang resulta ng kapitalistang ekonomiya. Hindi yung dahil sa paglaki ng populasyon. Kasi si Karl Marx is nagsitula siya na yung supply ng pagkain is makakasabay naman sana sa paglaki ng population kung yung wealth ng isang bayan or isang bansa is naiibabahagi